Hi everybody, it's Cricket from Woolly Cricket. I'm going to show you how I do my, don't start saying the diamond pot holder with no grafting, because I don't like to graft. I don't like to sew pieces together, and I definitely am not a grafting person. So it's the Peaches and Cream Original, 2 ounces, 56.7 grams, roughly 95 yards. This is what I did the pink striped one out of. And this color is called, what is it called? Oasis. Okay. And I like to pull the yarn from the middle, but with this cotton, you just can't really seem to do that. So let's see if we can find the outside here. There it is. Okay, I'll lay the cotton. This is the color. It's got little bits of orange and brown, and it's a cream off-white. So I have 2 stitch markers for when we put it on the circular needle, and we will at some point. So I do a long tail cast on, and I cast on with these are 3.25 double pointed needles. I use a smaller needle because I knit really loose. So let's see if it has a recommended. Well, it might help if I turn it right side up. A 5mm, a US. That's a crochet hook. 4.5mm, a US. 5, 7. Can you see that? I can see it better if I hold it right there. A 4.5mm. US 7. Okay, now we're doing it. Okay, so what I start out with is similar to what you would start out with a sock, but less stitches. So I do a long tail cast on, which means this tail is over my thumb, the working yarn is over my index finger, and I just leave a little bit because I'm only going to cast on a couple of stitches. Whoop. Need a little more than that, I'd miss it. And I bring this down and twist it and do under my thumb, over my index finger, and back through that hole. Again, over the outside of my thumb, over the inside of the index finger, and back through the hole. Last one, make it like a slingshot, over my thumb outside, or under my thumb outside, over the index finger, and back through that hole. I know that was hard to see. Sorry. I am having trouble navigating my phone on this arm. On this arm. Okay, so you have 4 stitches, which would be 2 on the front and 2 on the back. So what we're going to do is you're going to go, this is the only time you will do a knit front and back, unless that's your preferred increase. And I like the make ones. So let me pull off some yarn, get in frame. I think there's a good place, maybe. Okay. Get where you can see me. Can you see me? Okay. This is my working yarn. This is the tail, so I just put the tail over here on my right hand and tighten everything up. Now, I go in and I knit regularly. And do not take that stitch off. And I hate cotton because it does this. It splits. You see that? It's splitty. But it makes a great pot holder. So, all right. Knit front, leave that stitch on, and then knit through the back. I can hold my hands still and Let me see if I can adjust this back this way so I don't have to. I'm leaning forward and it's not working well. How do I tighten this? Let's try. This arm is not as great as I thought it was going to be. Let's try there and see if that's better. Okay, maybe that'll be better, and I can keep in frame then. Because I was laying across the desk. All right. Now we've got the knit in the front, and we are knitting in the back. I don't know how you people do tutorials do this, where you can see what you're doing and do it. Okay, it's a lot easier if you're not trying to do it from a camera. Behind the camera, behind a smartphone or iPhone or any kind of phone. All right, maybe I'll just watch it in the camera. Okay, knit to the front. Get that tail out of the way, because they're always in the way. Knit through the front. Everything looks backwards. Knit through the front. There, finally. Finally! What a great tutorial. Knit through the back. And I just knit like I normally do, but I'll just pick this up and twist it for the first few stitches because I don't like to fight with it. And that's knit through the back. People, I'm so sorry. This is not working like I want it to. Now I'll tighten these up because it's a little lumpy, and cotton's always lumpy for me. It does straighten out a little bit though. Get rid of the tail. Knit through the front. I know, I'm making you dizzy. I'm making me dizzy. I'm sorry. It'll get better. And knit through the back. After this first one, I promise it'll be better, because you're going to put it on more needles and not fight with it so much. Knit through the front. Wow. If you're still here, thank you for putting up with this, because it's not good. I need a better setup, that's for sure. And knit through the back. That's the tail out of the way, and knit through the back. I need to be able to see what I'm doing and record too. All right. Now, let's see. You had 4 stitches, so now you should have 8. And this yarn is so splitty, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8. All right. So now, maybe that way. We're going to just keep moving this until I figure it out. And then maybe we'll do a better one later. All right. I'm doing this with double pointed needles. I have 3 needles. So you're going to drive me crazy is what you're going to do. How in the heck? All right. You're going to knit your first stitch. And then you're going to pick up you know that this is all backwards. I'm sorry. It's all stay up. Stupid. Can you see my arm dropping? It just will not stay up where I want it. I'm going to have to buy more equipment, it looks like, to be able to do this with my phone, because my other camera does not come down like that. All right. Can you see me? Knit the first stitch like normal, and then there's a bar. You can pull it up, see where this tail Dang it. Bar that goes across right there. And I make one right. So I put it over and knit through the front. Let me get 1 or 2 rows done so this won't be such a dang disaster. Wow. You know, the first of all these is always the hardest. And with a knit one front and back, it makes it even harder. So to go straight to make ones. But I will show you just 1 second when I get just a handful more stitches on here. Wow. Today must not have been a good day to do a tutorial. Alright. So that's going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that one. Let me get the other needle here and then I can maybe show you a little better with the 6 stitches. Because I am not doing good today for some reason. Maybe it's not a good day for me to knit. Maybe I just need to go sit in the yard and pretend like I know what I'm doing. Because obviously I don't know what I'm doing. And you guys are going to think that I'm just comic relief. But and you could be right. You could be so right. If you could see me knitting right now, you'd think, yep, she's comic relief. Dang it. Cotton, have I told you guys how much I hate knitting with cotton? I really do. Okay, you're going to do your increase row, and it's going to, then, all right, you're going to put on 2 needles like this. This is your first needle, and that's your second needle, and you're going to have 6 stitches on each one. The inside's a little wonky when you first start these, but it's going to be inside, so you're not going to see that. All right, now you're going to knit your 6 stitches. Just knit them. And hopefully I'm in frame because I'm having to look around my phone. And I normally do not hold my yarn like this, but on double pointed needles when I'm starting out, I do. And it's a mess. But that's the way. That's the way I started. This is the chaos I go through every night. Okay. That's 5, 6. You're going to turn it. And that tail will be tucked in later. And let's knit your other 6. And then we will do the make ones. Keep running off the desk here. I'm so sorry. You're not going to know anything by the time I get through this other than the fact that I don't know how to do tutorials. All right, you're going to turn your work. Let me see if I can adjust this one more time. Hang on. Nothing, it's just hard to do the tutorial. My arm keeps sliding down. I can't get my arms in the right place. I'm making the worst tutorial in the world. That's what I'm going to call it. The worst tutorial in the world. My husband's asking what I'm doing. Okay, this is... Set that where you can see it a little better. This is what we're attempting to do, and it's a lot nicer once you get started, but it's a mess to get started. And mostly it's a mess because I'm a mess right now, so I don't know what's going on with my knitting. You know, you have days like that though, that you just can't seem to get it, right. All right, just one more time. Maybe a little further away, and that way you can see more of what I'm doing. Oh, stop, you stupid arm. Maybe it just does not want to hold. Just doesn't want to hold. I don't know. Maybe try again here. See if I can get it the way I need it, so I can show you and it not be a complete disaster. I'm so sorry. I'm tightening everything down. I'm going to twist the stupid bolts out of this crazy thing. Did you see my feet? I'm barefooted. All right, let's try this now. Okay, now maybe that's better. Somebody remember where I put this stupid thing so I can do this right next time. Okay, you have your 6 stitches. Then you're going to knit the 6 stitches. Then you're going to go knit 1. Knit 1. And I push my needles through with my right hand index finger. See this bar right here? This bar in between these 2 stitches. I'm going to pick that up and put it from your left needle from the back to the front, and then you're going to knit through the front. I hope you saw all that. I think we might have the camera more in the right place. So see, you see this little arm right here? It goes across that way, pointing toward the right. You're going to knit all the way across. To the last stitch, and before the last stitch you're going to make one left. So the bar in between the stitches, put the needle from the front to the back, and you're going to knit through the back. Now see that little orange? It's like a little necktie. This little orange, maybe an ink pen here, right here. That's pointing toward your left hand. So that's a make one left. And you're going to knit the last stitch. Okay, turn your work, because we're on double pointed needles. And you're going to make one right on the first, after the first stitch on this side. What you do on the first one, you're going to do on the second one. So you're going to knit one. I push my needles through, adjust the back needle so my stitches don't fall off the bar right there. From the back to the front, knit through the front. So you're going to, if you're knitting through the front, it's where you end up. You start in the back, you end up in the front, and you knit through the front. That's how I remember it, so... Stupid cotton yarn. Let's try that again. It's splitting. Okay. Splitting. Alright. That's your make one right. See the bar right there across, right there where my thumbnail is. That points to the right. Knit to the last stitch. And I'll leave my cast on tail outside so I can work it in later. You could always put it inside your knitting because this is a double thickness. Okay, this is a make one left. So you're going to go, you knit the left through the back. So you're going to go from the front to the back because you ended up in the back, and you knit through the back loop, and then knit your last one. Okay, you should have 8 stitches now, and we're just increasing. See, that's looking a little better. I have to apologize to you guys. I don't know what's wrong with me today, but I said I was going to do this, so dang it, we're going to do it. Okay, so you knit all your stitches, and since I'm on double pointed needles and it's close and I'm trying to tutorial, I just pick it up and throw it over. Normally I hold it like this and just knit, but with cotton and double pointed needles it's a little harder for me, but so I just normally just pick it up and throw it over until I get more stitches on my needles. Okay, knit all the way across one side, and then across the other side. I'll show you that one more time. Okay, turn your work again because you're on double pointed needles. Okay, let me get where you can see me here. I'm going to knit the first stitch, the bar in between. See that little striped pink, orange colored bar right there in between the stitches? Pick it up, go from the back to the front, under that with your left hand needle, and knit through the front. That's a make one right. And your little yarn coming off of that points toward the right. Knit all the way across. Need more yarn there. All the way across with your splitty cotton. And we're back to the last stitch. You don't knit the last stitch yet. You're going to make one left. So you're going to pick this bar up in between. You're going to go from the front to the back because you knit through the back loop of that. That's your make one left. See the bars running off to the left there. And then knit the last stitch. Turn your work and do the same for the second side. Knit one. This is the way you can start out with socks too, but you start out with more stitches. From the back to the front. Knit through the front, knit all the way to the last stitch, and don't knit the last stitch yet. I know, I'm just all over the place. Good thing I'm going to go off screen and finish and get you to the next point. From the front to the back for the make one left, knit through the back loop. Knit your last stitch, and then you're going to knit one round. See, it's starting to show better. Knit one round of, let me pull this down here, get it started. Just knit all the stitches. So you're increasing by 2 stitches on each side, 4 for the whole project each round, and the next round you're not increasing at all. You're just doing knit as they lay. So Side one. Side two. Pull off some more yarn here. My arm just keeps falling down. It's like London Bridge is falling down. My knitting arm is falling down, falling down, falling down. My knitting arm is falling down. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now with this, run all the way across. Now let me get this other one and show you. So now, so you've got your little point and it's increasing. Let me show you on this one. So where you're at right now with this one, this new one we're making, is about right here. You've done this much work. And you're going to keep increasing until, and I increased with this one, with that size ball of cotton and my knitting gauge. And you will have to learn your own gauge, but I did it until I had 44 stitches, increased 44 stitches, and then I knit one round as is. And when I get to a larger needle where I can put my circular needle on, what I do is I put one stitch in between. I'll show you when we get there, but I divide it in half. Put one at the beginning and one halfway apart. And the one at the beginning, I use a red stitch marker. That way I know when I get there, it's that row's finished. Red to me means stop. So that row's finished, you do another one. And then I use a different color on the other side. So that's how I do mine. So I'll know if I lay it down and I'm at the red stitch marker over here, then I know that I finished that row and I don't have to do, I'm ready to do the next row. So I will get to this point, the halfway point here, and I will come back and show you the halfway point and then how to start decreasing. And there's no grafting. You don't have to graft it together. You don't have to sew it together. You don't have to do any of that. Of course, it does make a diamond shape, but if you don't mind it being diamond shaped, and then you do an I-cord and sew the I-cord down and you're through, it makes a good gift. So we will come back and finish once I get halfway across. Sorry for the camera work. Maybe we can figure out a better way by the time I get halfway. Bye for now. Okay, we're back, and I'm back to, see, we got half. See, it looks a lot better. Looks a lot better. Let me put my double pointed needles there. I'm trying not to lose my stitch marker and all my stitches here, but that's better, huh? Okay. All right, now we're going to get one more increase. I'll do the last increase. I have 44 stitches on it here, and I'm going to do an increase. And then I'm going to do the decreases. So knit one, pick up the bar from the front, back to the front, knit through the front. That's a make one right. And there's the bar going toward the right. And then you're going to knit. And of course, I'm slow on this because I can't see. I'm trying to do it on the camera. Watch the camera and do it, and I can't. So I'm going to have to lean my head over here around this camera. Try to keep you focused and my head around it. So tutorials are hard. Hard to do. Okay. This is real time, so sorry. Sorry. Be slower if I try to watch it through the camera. Everything looks backwards. Okay, try it again here. like to pile my yarn up. I don't know how you guys do it, but I like to pile it up a little bit. Next to the last stitch, through, pick up the bar between, from the front to the back, knit through the back. That's a make one left, knit one, slip your marker, knit one, make one right. Whoops. Knit across. I need somebody to just stand behind me and hold the camera, I think. I don't know if that would work. Goodness gracious, people, I'm so sorry. So sorry, I'm terrible at this. I'm sorry. Slow down just a little bit. Maybe that'll be easier. This is extremely hard to do watching it through the camera because everything's backwards. It's weird. It's weird. If you don't do it a lot, it's very weird. So yeah. Make one left from the front to the back, knit through the back, and knit the last one. And then you're going to knit one round solid, just as is. No more increases, nothing, just knit around. So see, I told you it would look better once you get past that first little bit. It looks good. So I'm going to pull out more yarn here. I got it on my camera, got it in everywhere. I'm going to try to get through this right quick. So we've got 46 stitches on both sides. Dang it. Somebody's going to have to knit this for me because obviously I can't knit on camera. It's going to make me say bad words. I'm going to say bad words. I don't need to say bad words. The tutorial. Tutorial is a bad word. If you do it the way I do it, it's a bad word. Sorry, that's slow. I'm so slow. Sorry. We're almost back to where we can do the next step. Take me longer to knit these two last rows than it did to get to this point, it seems like, because I'm just not talented enough to do tutorials, I don't think. We will try because I promised. Hi Miriam, I told you I would show you how to do this, so I like you. I just don't do very well with tutorials. Okay, we're on the second half. And it does help if you have bigger needles or longer needles if it gets too bunched up, or sometimes you have to go to double pointed. Once I get down so low, I go to back to my double pointed needles and cotton yarn splits. Boy, I've done nothing but whine through this. I don't know whether to call this the worst tutorial in the world or the most whining in a tutorial. And the winner is Woolly Cricket for the most whining in a tutorial. Yay, I need a trophy. I'm so whiny. It's being so whiny. Big old baby. I hate it when you do that and you're trying to hook that stitch and it doesn't wrap, and you just do it and do it and do it and you slip and miss it like that. It's like, well, I could have been 15 stitches down the road if I could have just got that one. Okay, we're almost to the end. And like I told you when I first started this, is I put my red stitch marker here so I know that's the end of my row. All right. Few more stitches. Okay, here we go. All right, slip your beginning. See, there you went. 3 more stitches would have been done. Slip your marker, knit 1. You're going to knit 2 together, which makes it lean. Nope. Did that backwards. You're not knitting 2 together. You knit 2 together on the other end. You're going to slip 1, knit 1, and pass that slip stitch over. Now, I use this one because it's neater than my slip knits. You do whichever one you like. I like this one better. Like I said, it's neater than my slip knits. So this was slip 1, knit 1, pass over, or a slip knit at the first of the side. Then knit if you can. If you knit better than me, then maybe you can. Dang it. This is so frustrating. I want to throw this across the room. I am having so much trouble today with this cotton. I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep going until I get it. I'm going to get it. Now just remember, if you do a slip 1, knit 1, pass over, then you need to do it consistently on all the rows. You can't change between it and a slip knit because it will look different. Okay, you're going to knit until you have 3 stitches remaining before the marker. 1, 2, 3. And I do that. I count my 3 and then I put my thumb right there, my nail right there, so I know that's as far as I need to go. Now you're going to knit 2 together, which leans right, which you want it to lean inward. Knit 1, slip your marker, knit 1, slip 1 as if to purl, knit 1, pass that stitch over the one you just knit. See how that leans to the left, inward? Then you're going to knit to the end of the row. Maybe if you can, you'll know, and you can sit there and wait on me till I get to the end of the row, because I'm just not doing this well today. See, lost another, missed that stitch. Can't tell you why I'm having such issues knitting. I don't usually. It's got to be the position I'm sitting in, where the camera is, how I'm having to hold my arms. It all makes a bit of difference in the way you knit. If you're not comfortable, then you don't knit well. So always remember to get yourself comfortable when you sit down and do your projects, because sitting in, I'll be all strained and out of control, and all the tension. It affects your knitting, it affects your body, makes everything sore. I'll be sore because I can feel it in my back even. It's crazy. Crazy. Alright, we're almost to the end of the row. There's my 3. Knit 2 together. Knit the 1. Slip your marker and knit all the way around. And I'll pause that and not make you watch that again. Okay, we are about down to the very last of it. I will show you this, but doing those extra rows and making this to 46 stitches across on each side was too much. So I ran out of yarn, but luckily I have some tan and some off-white, so I'm going to finish the cap of this and put the loop so it'll look like those old pot holders or dish towels you used to have that was crocheted on the top. So I will show you that. Just add in your extra color. It's a good thing to use up scraps if you want them a little, just a tiny bit bigger. Let's see how much bigger this is. See, it's just barely, not enough to even, that much too big. So that's not enough to even really fight with, to run out of yarn, but I wanted to see, so I took a chance and it didn't work. So, but like I said, I'm lucky I have enough scraps to do just a little piece at the top, which will be fine. These are mine. I'm just doing these for tutorials. So when I get to the very tip end of it, I will start again. Okay, let's finish this puppy off. All right, you're down to 4 stitches on this side and 4 stitches on that side. So what we're gonna do is, let me pull some yarn off here. All right, and knit the first 2 together. This is thicker yarn, so it's a little harder to deal with, but knit those 2 together. And then knit these 2 together. So you got 2 on this side. And then just lay your other needle down, and you're going to knit these 2. It's a little hard. Knit these 2 together. Alright, if you don't want to do it with that needle, then we'll try another one, and then we'll put them all together. These 2 together. Shoot. Those 2 together. And the last 2 together, which leaves you with 4 stitches on your needles. Okay, now we're going to you're going to knit those 4, and this is where your double pointed needles come in pretty handy. I'm going to knit this one, first one that you did. I've got to get some new equipment, guys. I'm sorry. Knit this second one. You don't need that needle anymore. You're going to knit the third one. Third one. And then your fourth one. So now you've got 4 stitches. Okay, this was your last stitch. Let's focus, stupid phone. This is your last stitch. So you're gonna knit the first one again. This is making an I-cord. The second one again. Third again. Fourth again. And instead of turning your work, you're going to slide your needle, and knit the first one all over again. You're going to do that until you have a long I-cord or loop. Get a few more loops here and you can maybe see it better. What it looks like. I know it's not focusing well, I'm sorry. Let's see if we can make an I-cord, and you're going to keep going until you make a loop big enough, and then you're going to knit those 2 together and knit the first 2 together, the second 2 together, and then you'll knit the last 2 together, and you're going to sew it down to the back and make your loop. So that's it. I am done. I got to charge my phone. I'm sorry this is such a crappy video. I will try to get some equipment. I've got my husband looking for some equipment to try to make this better, and I promised I would do it, so I'm a person of my word, and I'm gonna put this up tonight, and then I will make a better one, and we will replace this one. So thank you for sticking with me. I hope it helped. I hope you learned how to do some of it, and I will try to make a better one as soon as I get this new equipment in. Thanks for watching and putting up with me. Bye, guys.